All right, hey there. What's up? So I'm here to talk a little bit about Marvel Snap. I This is a quick take, unrehearsed, unwritten, unscripted, probably unedited, for that matter. Just a little quick uh, rundown. This is based on a conversation that I had with some friends about the nature of spotlight caches. I have a friend, so if you're new to the game, this might be information overload. If you've been playing for a while, you'll probably get it and probably have an opinion on this, but basically it comes down to how you get the cards in the game. um so go ahead and leave a comment if you want. That might probably help out getting more opinions on this, if you haven't already given your opinion to the team over Discord or Twitter or whatever they use. So I'm going to go ahead and show my game. So you collect the cards of the game. Currently it is today is March 11th, 2024. The game has been out globally since October of 2022. So there's no excuse for a lot of players who've been playing for some time to have a lot of the cards of the game. But yet you'll still run across players who maybe don't have the most recent cards, maybe don't have a card that you've unlocked earlier. It's really, really interesting. I was doing a live stream recently, and there was a person who said, hey, he had hit Infinite, but yet he didn't have the card Crystal unlocked, which is wild to me. I had Crystal way before I ever got um, any high rank, much less Infinite. But anyway, I've highlighted here in this view sorting of the cards I haven't yet unlocked. And as you can tell, it is 3, 6, 12, 15, 16 cards. A lot of which have been released in the past few months. I was getting really close to having there are 3 series of cards. You can see that on the card detail over here on the left. If you're using a desktop, it'll be kind of right above the card if you're looking at this on your mobile device. And they go up to 5. The series is 5 is the maximum number. Everyone starts earning them in the introductory portions of the game, around 1 and 2, and so on. To my point, sometimes you can unlock a Series 4 or a Series 5 before you've even finished up Series 3. But we were talking with some friends about this past week's card as this one actually is Pixie. And what they've done as far as new card unlocks, which it used to be in-game unlocking mechanism where by playing a lot, you'd gain a lot of tokens and you would eventually be able to unlock something new. They've increased the rate, however, that they're releasing new cards, and as such, they have this feature as you increase your game level over here. They call the collection level, this number here on this up and down track. So at a lower level, if you don't have all Series 3 cards, you might get them in these collector's reserve boxes, these, trapezoidal cases over here. And actually, the last time they put a couple in Series 3, I got them just about right away, one via one of these orange boxes. Once you get to completing Series 3, you don't really get the Series 4s in here. The Series 4 cards can come from a number of places. So there's an in-game shop. The new Series 4 and 5 cards will come from this little section of your application, your software. As you can see, here's Pixie. Here's this Series 4 one that I don't have, Man Thing. So you earn these credits by upping that level track we were just on, and getting more of these tokens to unlock more of the stuff in the game. And it's not honestly a terrible system, except for the fact that when you're a player like me who's played for over a year now, and you've got all the cards, like all of what people would consider the introductory cards, you have a bit of difficulty to continue on to the maximum newest card all the time. And the reason for that is the gaining rate of these tokens. I think that's the big flaw of the system. And I think I might be in one of the worst player classes for this update, because you can get more of these tokens, not just by playing. You can buy various bundles of the game. You can just basically essentially throw the developers money to get more of the tokens. You see, if you were to spend a lot of money on gold, you'd be able to get a lot of these. Get this package right here, another card artwork. They call them variants, another 2,000 collector tokens. Sometimes they come in these 4 money bundles. There will be a cosmetic offered, but also a progression tool along with it. I actually spotted someone today with this Shang-Chi. Very very nice. All this to say, it's not a horribly bad system, but it only benefits a certain type of player. And I think, honestly, it's new players. And they've got to do something, in my mind, at the game development level of helping new players along. I think that's fine. I do believe, however, that not enough of a bone is thrown, so to speak, to players who've been playing for a long time. Someone like me, who's been playing for a while. But look, this is only, what do we say? 16 cards? Yeah. You would think to yourself, all right, if they only come, so the way that a lot of those will come, aside from that token shop that we looked at earlier, is this new thing they've unlocked, released in the past few months, these collection level spotlight keys. You get them also along this track every 120 levels. So not horribly frequently, right? Here's one. I'm going to get one at, what was this, 11,650. The next one's going to be at 11,770. And you think to yourself, how hard is that? Basically, this track moves at a pace, real time wise, for a normal player at about probably 2 of these keys per week. The trouble is that the contents of this case rotates every week, and you're not necessarily guaranteed to get the new card of the week. And they release a schedule of what new card is going to be available in this case well ahead of the week. We already know, for example, there's going to be a change in this thing, like it says, in 17 hours. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to change. But even if I want that card, that's always this slot right here, even if I want that one, even with my 6 keys, there's no guarantee that I'm going to hit that on the first one. I might get the various artworks here. And as you can see in these question mark slots, this is supposed to be a random series 4 or 5 cards. So it could be not necessarily the current week's new card, but it could be a card that's new to your collection. Or if you already own the card, you can convert it to collector's tokens. Not you can, you will convert it to collector's tokens. The problem, again, is collector's tokens gain rates. So if this is going to be a series 4 card at 3,000 collector tokens, or a series 5 card, which would have cost you 6,000 collector tokens, those should be the values that you get. Or at least it should be better than what they currently give you, which, in the event you get a duplicate of a card you already have, you will get 1,000 collector's tokens, and that's it. And the problem is that with those 16 cards that I haven't unlocked, think about that. The math for getting them. Okay, so I get the current week's new card, but then I've got to get this and this before I get this. Or actually, it doesn't go in that order. But regardless, this whole top row has to be completed. I would get all 4 of these rewards before I get any of the rewards down here, and so on and so forth. For 16 cards, I would have to open... Well, what's the math on that? Like I said, I didn't script this. Hang on, let's do a quick bit of math here. You can probably do this faster than me. 16 times 4. It's a even... Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong key. 16. What's the key, man? Times 4, thank you. 64. I would need 64 keys. And the problem is, like I said, is the gain rate. I can't do anything to pump 64 keys to my account right now. Now, that's fine. I don't necessarily want, okay? There's no, for the amount of gameplay that I do as a normal person, I don't make a lot of videos. This is one of the only videos I've really made about this. As a normal person, you don't necessarily, a normal player, everyday player, won't necessarily want every card, right? Like it's a nice to have. It lets you experiment with every tactic of the game. But the fact of the matter is that it's not very realistic. Whereas what happens is that a lot of players, even ones who are just trying to make it as YouTubers, or ones who have made it as YouTubers or Twitch streamers or whatever kind of content creator out there that you want to be. Like there's a unrealistic expectation set that you're going to be just instantly have all the cards you need, and that's just not the case. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Spotlight caches. It's not necessarily the worst, but more could be done. The team has said on various online platforms that they don't really see a way. They can't sustain making rewards in that collector track any better. And that's really a shame. Because it wouldn't take an extreme amount, like an extreme overhaul to the system. But anyway, I managed to fit this within 15 minutes, so I'm just going to stop it there. Have fun. Try the game out if you never have before. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't like. This is made by the team. I discovered this like well into like their pre-release stuff. Is that this team developed Hearthstone, which is a classic card like digital card game that a lot of people in my generation were totally familiar with. And I'm not even that good at Hearthstone. I have tried it. I did try it well before this game. Still not great at it. I got far more into this one due to the Marvel aesthetic. I will admit that. But it's not it. Yeah, like I said, burned out. Didn't write down my ending. Have fun, and let me know what you think.